welcome to net number 1005 on the 11th of July already. Man, time's flying. This is N2BH, Bill and Palmyra, New York. I'll be doing the first hour along with Vicky, KE8VKY. And 8 o'clock we'll turn over to Jeff, KE0GKF, along with Vicky. Just make some quick announcements here. 8 o'clock tonight, YouthNet. Bring your children, grandchildren, neighbors' children. Third-party traffic's always welcome. Like to get youth involved. They're always looking for another youth net controller to help out. And Saturday morning, 40 meter net, 7.245, 9 o'clock. Saturday night, 11 p.m., trivia net. Text line is open. 716-317-9050. That's for people who want to stick around and answer the question of the day, which is, which map app do you use? Like Google, Waze, MapQuest, and some of you might not use one at all. We already have a list, text check-ins. We have Roy, KA8BYU, beat out Wayne this morning, KC2NJV. Ray, N3DQD, Charles, KD2IUI, Zachary, KI6KQO, Jimmy, KD9YUZ, Michael, KE2EIO, Stephen, 82KP, Bob, KQ8U, Brad, KE8WNV, Matthew, VE3DAC, and Ben, WD8CZP. And Norm, NY1US, just popped in the text. Time for some mobile stations. Call signs twice.
Kilo 4, Juliet, November. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November, mobile.
8 Sierra Tango Juliet, Whiskey 8 Sierra Tango Juliet, mobile. Good morning.
Okay, we'll acknowledge Steve, W8STJ, and Anders, KZ4JN. Any other mobiles? Mobiles only.
Kilo Juliet 5 Delta Hotel Foxtrot.
Was that KJ5 DHF?
Roger that. Mobile.
Okay, Robert, we got you on the list. Get back to you in a second here. Must be a lot of people sleeping in or took the day off. Let's start with Anders, KZ4JN. Which map app do you use?
Good morning. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. I would say that I use my XYL, but I prefer Waze, WAZE. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Back to you. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November.
Very good, Anders. I've got that on my phone, but I've never tried it yet. Maybe my next trip. Have a good weekend. Steve, W8STJ.
Hey, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody here on the Morning Brew. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. And for me, the answer is absolutely Waze. Cannot live without it. Trying to get around the city here in Detroit and dealing with constant lane closures, construction, accidents, whatever I got to navigate around. So Waze for the win for me. Hope everybody has a great weekend ahead. This is W8SPJ.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Hope you have a good weekend as well and appreciate checking in. Robert, KJ5DHF. Looks like you're new to our system. Welcome.
Good morning. Yes, I am new. got my new mobile, and actually, this is my first contact as becoming a technician. So, to answer the question of the day, I use just about Google most of the time, but I also use Apple. I drive around a lot. I'm driving from Houston to Dallas right now, and Google is my go-to right at the moment. Good morning, everyone. Appreciate the ad, and yes, I am a new technician and new to the ham world.
Very good, Robert. Welcome to the system, and congratulations on becoming a tech, and glad we're your first contact. And if you have a QRZ account and put a public email in there, you'll get a welcome letter from us, and go to the eastcoastreflector.com. That's a website, and you'll see what we're all about. Hope you become a regular. Have a great weekend. We'll acknowledge some more text check-ins. We have Greg, KB3EYR, Joe, KM4WZD, Paul, KD2WBC, and it looks like Charlie, NA2B. Let's go up top of the list to Roy, KA8BYU. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody on the brew. KA8BYU. Yeah, the kids woke me up. They were hungry, so while I was getting them food, I grabbed the phone, checked in, and put the phone on the charger. As far as the map app, I usually use Google Maps, but it's actually the least used app on my phone, so you can see how often I check, for a map for some place to go. Back to you.
Very good, Roy. Hope you have a great day, and thanks for checking in. Wayne, KC2NJV, good morning.
Good morning. Wow. That was fast for the day. How are you? KC2NJV, and I use Wayne.
Very good, Wayne. Wayne, hope you have a great weekend and appreciate you being here. Ray, N3DQD, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and the rest of the crew in there this morning. I don't use any. Back to Nip. This is N3DQD.
Very good, Ray. Hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Charles, KD2YUI, good morning.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody listening in on the brew. Good morning, Vicki. Looking down for Google Maps. Sometimes it's a split between Google Maps and the Apple Maps, but Google Maps if I'm doing research. In fact, I'm doing research right now. Trip coming up this weekend. 73 all back to net control. KD2YUY.
Very good, Charles. Hope you have a good trip and enjoy the weekend. Zachary, KI6KQO.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and the Brew Crew. Yeah, I usually use Google Maps, but I may need to check out this Waze app and see what that's all about. So, 7-3 to the group. Everybody have a blessed weekend. KI6KQO, back to net.
Very good, Zachary. Yeah, like I say, I've got it on my phone. I've never used it, and tell you, these things are getting be something else. When we drove out to Ohio with Dick there, we'd get an alert and say police ahead, and man, that thing was pretty spot on. Crazy. Jimmy, KD9YUZ, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Jeff. And good morning, Vicki, and everybody on the crew there. I just use Google Maps. I very seldom travel, and I've never even heard of Waze before, so I learned something this morning. That'll be something I'll look into for the future. Everybody have a great weekend. KD9YUZ, back to net.
Yeah, very good, Jimmy. I believe it gives you a lot more information than Google does, but like they say, construction and stuff, and pretty much real time by the sounds of it. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Michael, KE2EIO.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning to everybody. Mostly Google Maps, but once in a blue moon, I use a fold-out map, which are hard to find anymore. This is KE073 is everybody, and back to net, and thank you. Have a good day.
Very good, Michael. Yeah, I keep some in the truck, and I keep, Harley puts out a user thing, and it has maps in it, and I keep that right in the bike, and use them once in a while. It's nice to have the bigger picture so you can head in the general direction. Have a great day. Steven, 82KP.
Real cool. I use Waze. I find it really, really helpful. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend, and hopefully you'll be able to join using that tonight. With that, this is 82KP, back to net control.
Thank you, Stephen. Hope you have a good weekend, and yes, hope everybody can pop into the youth net tonight. Have a great day. This N2BH. Let's go to Bob, KQ8U. Which map app do you use?
Morning, Bill and Vicki and the rest of the crew. I guess I use Google Maps. I do have to check out that Waze app. I don't travel too much. I still got a paper map in the center compartment of my car. I refer to once in a while. I wish I would have had the other app when I was downtown about a month ago with my cousin. It was an absolute mess. Have a good day. I should be home for the UNet tonight. KQ8U, back tonight.
Very good, Bob. Hope you have a great day and appreciate being here. And I just reminded, I forgot to mention, there will be a second cup today following the morning brew with Dick and Vicky. Hope everybody can stick around. Let's go to Brad, KE8WNV.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone on the brew. I actually use both Google Maps and Waze. If I am trying to find some place downtown Detroit and walking, I will use Maps, Google Maps, because it will include the walking directions. If I'm driving around, I use Waze. So it kind of depends on how I'm traveling. With that, we'll pass it back to net control. This is Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey November Victor.
Very good, Brad. Hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Let's go to Matthew, VE3DAC.
DAC, Matthew here. Morning there, guys. I use Google mostly, but I also have a book that is a printed map for my, it has detailed printed maps for my area here. Also, I do have a question for all of you on the net here. Do any of you use a service called the Distributed Amateur, or Decentralized Amateur Radio Paging Network? It's called DAPnet. I recently found out about it and joined up for that. And yeah, I just wanted to know if any of you guys use that. Back to you, net control.
I never heard of that one, Matthew. Something I'll have to research. I don't know if anybody else on here does, but that might be a question for another day. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Ben, WD8CZP, good morning. Good morning, everyone on the brew and everyone on the Zoom there. Everybody's looking good and sharp this morning. Yeah, it's complicated for me because I'm full-time RV. So when I'm traveling with pulling the trailer, I have the Garmin up on the dash, in addition to Google Maps through the truck. Actually, that's TomTom, I think, through the truck, and Google, and Apple, and Waze. When I'm both just going through the metro area. So I use a bunch of stuff. Plus, I held up my only people on Zoom can see it. I have my trusty road atlas from Rand McNally, which I use as for research and everything else. So I use a bunch of stuff, depending on what I'm doing. And I'm glad you put in all there, because that's about it. I do rely on the apps. Waze is good, like I said. Also on Gas Buddy has a map to find those good gas prices. Well, in my case, diesel. So yeah, use everything. So real good. And to the other gentleman, I dimly remember hearing something about that, but I'm not on it, whatever that is. Anyway, back to net control. Have a wonderful day. This is Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie Zulu Papa on Echolink, WD8CZP. Back to that. Very good, Ben. Yeah, we created a category just for you. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Norm, NY1US. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Bill, Vicky, and everybody. NY1US here, and I use Google Maps. It pops up on the Android Auto in the car, so that's the one I use. Everybody have a good weekend. This is NY1US. Thanks to that.
Oh, thank you, Norm. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and thanks for checking in. Greg, KB3EYR.
Yes, good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew this morning. This is KB3EYR, and definitely Waze on the app there. I started using that when I was on the road all the time for work, and it's really a great app. But I don't really travel that much anymore, so I don't use it a whole lot, but definitely Waze. Back to that control. Hope everybody has a great day.
Very good, Greg. Hope you have a great day and appreciate you being here. Joe, KM4WZD, good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the crew. Happy Friday, all. We use Waze. That has just kind of become the thing that both the princess and I use, and actually both the kids too, in their cars. It seems like it's better at routing us around delays and traffic and accidents and things like that than, well, I don't want to say it's better. I'm going to say it's been pretty good at it. Not perfect, but pretty good. Traveling this weekend, live in Central Florida, but I woke up this morning in North Carolina, and we used Waze to get us here. So there you go. Anyhow, everybody take care. Again, happy Friday, and we'll talk soon. It's KM4WZD. Back to net.
Very good, Joe. Hope you have a great weekend as well, and thanks for checking in. Oh, KD2WBC.
Good morning, Bill. Yeah, I'm kind of out of it as far as this goes. I got the Garmin, so put me in that small category. Sometimes I go out, I don't even take my phone, so that's kind of strange nowadays. I leave it on the desk here. And hey, everybody out there, have a great weekend. This is KD2 WBC. I'm clear.
Very good, Paul. Got you down for Garmin, and hope you have a great weekend. Charlie and Bertie, NA2B, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Bill. And everyone on the net from Bertie and I in Tampa Bay. Currently 75. Beautiful day. Our response to the question, Bill, Waze. We recently
switched over to Waze. We used to use the Apple Maps on the iPhone, but last bunch of trips we started using the Waze. Just find it a little more useful and recalculates quicker and things like that. So makes you wonder how we used to get along with the paper maps, Bill. You know, we used to take the scale and try to figure out something the size of our fingers so we could figure out how much farther we had left. Technology has really spoiled us. Thanks for what you do. Have a good weekend. N2BH and H2B back to that. Oh, it sure has, and yeah, the way we rely on it, man. Have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Now we'll acknowledge some more text check-ins. We have Gil, K4GDS, Don, W4PPX, Randy, W2RBC, Adam, W9AFK, Bill, W8WHK, and Chuck, W3CVE. Let's take some general check-ins. Call signs twice and slowly.
Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. Alpha Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile.
Kilo November 5, Charlie Hotel Bravo, November 5, Charlie Hotel Bravo,
Tango X-ray.
Kilo, Quebec 4, 5, Charlie Hotel Bravo, Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Kilo Charlie 5 Charlie Zulu X-ray KC5CZX.
Kilo Tango 5 Bravo Tango X-ray. Kilo Tango 5 Bravo Tango X-ray.
Kilo
November 5 Tango Alpha November 5 Yankee Alpha November, no traffic.
Whiskey, Quebec 8 Papa, in and out. Whiskey, Quebec 8 Papa, in and out.
Whiskey Long, going. Whiskey Charlie 3, Golf, Golf.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Mike November, KE8, SMN.
Victor Echo 2, Charlie Whiskey Victor, V2CWV, in and out. Okay, let's hold up there. That's quite a list. See, we'll acknowledge from the bottom up. We had Warren, VE2CWV, was in and out. Hope you have a great day. Jeff, KE8SMN. Mike, KC3LAV. Gregory, WV8GGG. Nathaniel, WQ8P, and David, N5YAN, were both in and out. David, looks like you're new to the system. Welcome. Hope you come back. Bob, K2TV. Brad, KT5BTX. Daryl, KC5CZX. Barry in the mobile, KQ4ORK. Samuel, KC5BTX. Chuck, N5CHB. Mark, N0CKV. And James in the mobile, AA5JW. And James, which map app do you use?
Well, good morning, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring, mobile into Houston for work. And, man, you'll finally all get to find out what the voice y'all hear in the background of me, talking on the radio every morning is, and it's Waze. I use Waze. I've been using Waze since before it was real popular, In fact, back in the day, I had to click a little button and quote-unquote bulldoze roads because they didn't even show up on Waze's map. So yeah, I like Waze. I'm not crazy about Google Maps or Apple Maps. They've led me astray, and so that's what I use. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to Ned. Everybody be safe out there and have a blessed weekend. This is Alpha Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring.
Very good, James. I can't believe Google Maps would take you the wrong way. Hi. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Barry, KQ4, ORK.
Good morning and happy Friday to everybody on the crew. For the most part, it's Apple Maps, but I do a lot of survey and mapping work, and there's a great little app called Measure Map Pro. It's not really for directions, but you could pull up maps and do really accurate measuring of property lines and things like that. Hope everybody has a great day. Have a great weekend.
Well, thank you, Barry. Hope you have a great weekend as well, and appreciate you checking in. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go up top of the list. I know we have some more text check-ins. We have Travis, N2 TKD, Perry, K4 PJM, Kale, N9KO, and Paul, KQ9KX. We'll get to you shortly. Let's go up to Gil, K4 GDS. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and everyone else for Brew. I'm an Apple Maps person. Integrated into CarPlay. I can control it with Siri, keep my hands off my phone. But I use it more to navigate around traffic than to navigate to my destination. I know where I'm going. Just want to know the best way. K4 GPS, back to that.
Yeah, very good, Gil. Yeah, it's nice to get those live updates so you can figure out what to do. Have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Don, W4 PPX.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew crew this morning. Put me down for Google Maps, but I've been using it for a while. 7-3, hope everybody has a good. Back to you.
Oh, thank you, Don. Hope you have a good day as well, and appreciate you being here. Up next, one of our team members, Randy, W2RBC.
Good morning, Bill, Vicki, and everyone on the Morning Brew. I like to use Google Maps on the computer and Garmin Maps in the motorhome. Back to Net Control, 73 to all, W2RBC.
Yeah, very good, Randy. Hope you have a great day. Appreciate you being here, and I'll talk to you a little later. Bill, W8, WHK, good morning.
Morning. We have 74 degrees. I don't know what's happening. It's getting cooler every day. And blue skies, clear skies. We have a Kia Sportage, and apparently the software is built right into the car, the mapping software, because I don't even need to take my telephone, and I can still use the mapping software. I used to use Waze, but not anymore. I don't even use the phone for mapping and GPS guiding. So that's, and my wife likes Waze still. No, not Waze. She uses Google Maps. Getting lazy, I guess. Both of us. Okay, turn it back over to you, 7301. Have a nice, great weekend. And it's W8 WHK, back to Net Control.
Very good, Bill. Thank you, and hope you guys have a good weekend as well. And your heat's up here. We're starting out with 75 this morning. I think we're going to have another 90-degree weekend. We'll gladly send some of it back to you. Talk to you later. Chuck, W3CVE.
Morning, Bill, Vicki, and everybody on the Brew. We use Waze. And with that, we'll send it back to you. Thanks for doing the net, and have a great weekend. W3CVE.
Oh, thank you, Chuck. Hope you guys have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you checking in. This is N2BH. Just a couple quick announcements. There will be a second cup this morning following the morning brew with Dick and Vicky. Tonight, 8 o'clock, the Youth Net. Bring the kids, bring neighbor kids, whoever. Third-party traffic's always welcome. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., 40-meter net, 7.245. And Saturday night, 11 p.m. is Trivia Net. Let's go to Mark, N0CKV. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. We use Apple Maps and N0CKV Basternet.
Yeah, very good, Mark. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Just a reminder, the question is, which map app do you use, like Google, Waze, MapQuest, whatever? Chuck, N5CHB.
Morning, happy Friday, we made it. I actually like the Garmin. I have a Nuvie that sits up in my windshield. I like it because it's in my field of view and I don't have to look down to my console where my screen is. It shows me traffic and everything I need, so put me down for Garmin. Have a great weekend, everybody. N5CHB.
Garmin it is. Have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Samuel, KC5BTX. Looks like you're new to the system. Welcome. KC5BTX. Samuel, you still with us? Nothing heard. Let's go to Daryl. KC5CZX. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill, and the rest of the net. I use Google Maps when I do. I just use it to see where the location is. But Lubbock is in a grid square, so you don't really need it for directions. It's pretty easy to get around here. Back to that, KC5CZX, Google Maps.
Yeah, very good, Daryl. We got you down for Google, and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Brad, KT5BTX.
Morning, Bill, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Put me down for Google Maps, but I must say, in all my travels, I've found myself in many places in the U.S. A cell phone is worthless, and so I use Garmin for that purpose. This is KT5BTX. Net.
Very good. Yeah, you've got to have that backup. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Bob, K2TV, good morning.
Good. Hi, Phil and Vicky and the Brew Crew. Well, I have, in my vehicle, I have Garmin Maps. It shows up on the computer screen and up on the instrument cluster where the speedometer is and everything. I use primarily the Garmin map, but I have to say Waze is much more up to date as far as traffic reports. That's true. So everyone have a good day and a good weekend, I should say, because it is Friday. Everyone enjoy the weekend. This is K2TV.
Oh, thank you, Bob. I'm going to have to check that Waze out next time I go someplace. Sounds like it's a pretty good app. Have a great weekend. Gregory, WV8GGG.
Good morning to everybody at the net. Let's see here. When I'm traveling, it's Waze. I used to second guess its redirection when it would come up and say, hey, alter your course. And every time I did that, it got me into trouble, so I don't second guess it anymore. If Waze tells me to change my route, I follow it, and I am usually very happy. Plus, any user can report stuff about the road. Debris on the road, those reports have saved me a couple of times. Gets me looking for anything, and it's gotten me to avoid a few things in the past. Great app. Back to net.
Very good. Hope you have a great weekend and appreciate you checking in with us. Mike, KC3LAV, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning to you. This is KC3LAV. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat here. Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. My goodness. We're so happy where we are. We don't go anywhere. We don't use any of them. KC3LAV, we're staying put. Thank you. Have a great day. We're clear.
Very good, Mike. Hope you have a great day and appreciate you being here. And yeah, the sinuses are a little rough this morning. Have a great weekend. Jeff, KEASMN.
Good morning, Brew Crew. This is KEASMN. Put me down for Google, although I do keep paper maps in my saddlebag on the bike, just in case. KEASMN, back to net.
Very good, Jeff. Yeah, like you say, it's nice to have the bigger picture. On your phone, you can only see so much, and at least with a paper map, you can see a lot farther out. Have a great weekend. Travis, N2EKD, welcome to the system. N2TKD, Travis, you still with us? Yeah, we'll put them down as in and out. Let's go to Perry, K4PJM. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill, Vicki, everybody on the brew. We primarily use Waze. Not even we have it on all the time when we're traveling. Helps us with all those accidents and detours down here in Florida, which we seem to have a lot of for some reason. All right, everybody have a fantastic weekend. K4PJM, back to net.
That's what I hear. Very good. Hope you have a great weekend. Cal, N9KO, good morning.
Well, good morning to all. I have always used primarily Google Maps, but sometimes rely on my old Garmin. It's about 12 years old, so I should probably get some new maps for it or get a new Garmin device, one of the two. Back to net control.
Oh, very good, Cal. Hope you have a great weekend, and thank you for checking in. Let's go to Paul, KQ9KX.
Good morning, and thanks to the crew for a wonderful net. Put me down for Google, I guess. Everybody have a great weekend. KQ9KX.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Vincent, KR4EMM.
Dick and Vicky
and the rest of the crew. I use in my Ford, they had their own app, I guess it's called Sync 4, but I really like the Waze app on long-distance travel because it calls out obstructions in the road and what have you. So that's pretty much it. This is KR4EMM. Have a great weekend. Back to the net.
Ways it is. Hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in with us. Up next, one of our team members, part of the Open Mic Night on Wednesday nights, Mark, KE2EDS. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicki, and the rest of the group. I am a Garmin guy. My Garmin is on in the car all the time. Have a great weekend, KE2EDS.
Very good, Mark. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and talk to you a little later. Milton, WP4VW, good morning.
Buenos días, mi amigo, to you and everybody listening WP4VW. I primarily use the maps from Apple on the CarPlay. However, when I am outside the metro area, the big metro area, when I am driving in my homeland in Puerto Rico or in Central America, as I did a few months ago, I use Waze. It works out tremendously. Back to you, Net Control 73. Everybody have a blessed weekend. WP4VW.
Oh, thank you, Milton. Hope you have a good weekend as well. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to check out Waze next time I'm out on the roads. That's the bottom of this list. This is N2BH, Bill in Pilmar, New York, along with Vicky, KE8VKY. There will be a second cup today following the morning brew. And a reminder, the question of the day is, which map app do you use? Google, Waze, MapQuest, whatever. New stations come with their call signs twice.
Kilo 9 Delta Quebec Mobile. Kilo 9 Delta Quebec Mobile.
Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4 Delta India Yankee.
Delta Yankee Charlie Romeo Uniform.
3A3KT.
Kilo Juliet 5 Delta X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Juliet 5 Delta X-Ray Bravo.
November 4 Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4 Romeo Hotel Echo.
Golf Uniform Sierra Mobile.
Foxtrot Video Sierra Mike Juliet. November 4 Foxtrot Video Sierra Mike Juliet Mobile.
Victor Echo 3, Cables of November. Victor Echo 3, Tangles of November. Templeton Broad BA3KTJ. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. KR4CKC, KR4CKC. November 2, India Sierra Kilo. November 2, India Sierra Kilo.
OMH, W7, OMH, mobile, in and out, good morning.
Okay, let's hold up there and see if we have to make any corrections or if we missed somebody. We had Al, K9DQ, Eugene, KK4 DIY. We had a station possibly from the Philippines with a DY. Could you give us your call sign again?
Delta Yankee Charlie Romeo uniform.
Could you try it one more time and give it to us twice?
Delta Yankee Charlie Romeo uniform.
Okay, Joseph, we've got it. Thank you very much. Get back to you in a minute. We have Frank, KJ5DXB, Jinzik, VA3KTJ, Roger, N4RAG, Bruce, KJ5GUS, Brent, KF6HDJ in the mobile, Richard, N4RSM, Tim, VE3TGN, Bill, KR4CKC, Bob, N2ISK, and Mike, W7OMH. If we missed you, come with your call sign twice.
Alpha 5 Golf Sierra Sierra KA5GSS.
November 9 Echo Hotel Tango and 90HT. Good morning, in and out. FRR.
Okay, we'll hold up there. We'll acknowledge Shane, KA5GSS, Doug, N90HT was in and out. Thanks for stopping by. We have Joe, KO4FRR, and Mike, N8HLN via the text line. Take our mobiles here. Let's go up to Al, K9DQ. Which map app do you use? Google, Waze, whatever.
Good morning, everybody. K9DQ, mobile heading south on I-75, 70 degrees and expecting some thunderstorms today. The apps I use, Waze, Google, and my trusted Garmin as a backup in that order. 73, K9DQ, back to unit control.
Very good, Al. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Eugene, or a couple more mobiles here, one other mobile. Brent, KF6HDJ. Good morning.
Good morning. Mobile transmitted in.
I'm not sure what's going on there. That was pretty rough. We didn't get much of that at all. If you want to give it one more shout.
Sure. Give it one more try. Google Maps. Friday, 73. KF6HDJ.
Thank you, Brent. Google it is, and hope you have a good weekend as well. Now let's go to Eugene, KK4DIY. Good morning.
Good morning to you and everybody out there. This is KK4DIY, Gene in Homosassa, Florida. And we Google Maps, and I'm not happy about it, but that's what we use. It's not the best, but it gets the job done. KK4DIY. Thanks a lot. 7-3.
Very good, Eugene. Hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Joseph, DY8CRU.
Yes, all good morning there in the U.S. and good evening here in the Philippines. Delta Yankee Charlie Romeo uniform, and for the question of the night or question of the morning, I use Google Maps. It's very easy and not too very difficult when going through any alleys. 73, mabuhay.
Very good, Joseph. Thank you for checking in, and hope you enjoy the rest of your night and have a good weekend. Frank, KJ5DXB, good morning.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Bill, to Vicky, and everybody in the Brew Crew. I use Waze. Thank you for the check-in. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB, back to you, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Frank. Hope you have a good weekend as well. This is M2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. Just a reminder, there will be a second cup today. Jinzik, VA3KTJ.
Morning, Bill, Vicky, and everyone on the net. Put me down for Google. Everyone have a great weekend. 53 to all. That's the net control. VA3KTJ.
Google it is. Have a great weekend, Jinzik, and thanks for being here. Roger, N4RHE, good morning.
N2BH, good morning, Bill and clever cousin Vicky. Sound good. November 4, Romeo Chaleco. As a former open ocean navigator in the days before GPS, I used charts. Occasionally Loran when available. Now I ran McNally Maps and sometimes Google Maps. Bill, did you get recertified for a specific caliber? That's the way we do it here. November 4, Roger, Ham enthusiast. Return to net.
I thought you were going to say you use the stars. No, they do either semi-auto or revolver or both. And I just do the semi. Have a great weekend. Bruce, KJ5GUS.
Good morning. I use Google Maps. Back to you. This is KJ5GUS.
Very good, Bruce. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. Richard, N4RSM.
Thank you for running the net. This is Richard, N4RSM in Sumter, South Carolina. Used to be a Google Map guy, but here lately we've switched to Waze. So put me down for Waze. 73, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Very good, Richard. Hope you have a good weekend as well. Tim, VE3TGN, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky here on the net there. I use Google Chrome there, and definitely is a good server there. So how about a good weekend? Yeah, it looks like another hot one. Storm Theater this afternoon. This is VE3TGN. Back in the control 73, and thanks for being there.
Very good, Tim. We appreciate you being here every day. And, yeah, it's going to be a hot weekend. And, man, the other day, a couple towns over, we had an EF2 tornado damaged a few homes and some other buildings and crazy weather. Bill, KR4CKC, good morning. KR4CKC, Bill, you still with us?
KR4CKC, still here. My microphone dropped out of the radio. I use Waze. I've been using Waze for years. It's been no issue and gets the job done.
73s, everybody on the Brew, KR4, CKC.
Very good, Bill. Hope you have a great weekend, and thanks for checking in. Bob, N2ISK.
Morning, Bill and Brew. I only recently started using one, but I tried a number of them and didn't like most, and I have now, on my Android phone, I have a GPS voice navigator, and it's turn-by-turn instructions, and it works absolutely great. Try as I might, I can't find out where it came from. So, but it really works great. I mean, you don't have to even be connected at some point, and it just gives you turn-by-turn instructions. And love it. Everybody have a good weekend, and to where I stay.
Very good, Bob. Hope you have a great weekend, and appreciate you being here. Shane, KA5GSS.
Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the Brew. This is KA5GSS. As for the question of the day, sometimes I use both, but predominantly just the Waze app. Hope everybody has a good day. KA5GSS, back to net control.
Very good, Shane. Hope you have a great weekend, and appreciate you being here. Joe, KO4FRR, one of our team members. Good morning.
Well, good evening. Good morning, Bill, Jeff, Vicky, Dick, Morning Brew, everybody. To answer the question, I use Google Maps. This is Joe, KF4FR, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Very good, Joe. Thanks for all you do, and we'll catch you a little later. Mike, NAHLN.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the crew. Coming to you this morning from sunny Oscoda, Michigan, here on the shores of Lake Huron, where it's 65 degrees. Another beautiful day coming up. So I use Google Maps unless I'm on a long road trip, in which case I like to use a paper map with my route highlighted on it. So everyone have a great weekend, and we'll say 73 and HLN, clear.
Thank you, Mike. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and thanks for checking in. Ariel, W4RHC, good morning.
In the Volvo here on I-75 heading down to Ocala. I use Google Maps for the most part. Even if you know where you're going, using the any of those apps will help you check if there's accidents ahead of you. We get a lot of accidents here on I-75 quite on the stretch between Ocala and Gainesville. And I always on the GPS. It's a good tool for sure that we didn't have before. My God, I remember when I used to print out 3 or 4 pages of MapQuest to find out where we were going. Sometimes, I guess I'm getting old. W4RAC, 73 stores.
Very good, Ariel. Yeah, I remember when some of those came out, and oh my goodness, they take you any place. Have a great weekend. Godfather, WB2JPQ, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Key, and Jeff. Oh, you can put me down for Google, but I'll tell you, I use OnStar. My car has OnStar in it, and I don't need my phone
but of course it's not real time. It doesn't give you, accidents and that, so you kind of need Google along with it. But it's in the car. I'm surprised nobody has mentioned that yet. Vicki and I will see you at the top of the next hour. We'll be doing the second cup, so come join us. Have a good weekend, everybody. Still get B2JP kill. Yeah, very good, Dick. We'll talk to you in a little bit. And let's go to Brian, KQ4IIX. Last on my list. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, and everyone on the net. Being from West Virginia, we don't really like any of them at all, but they tend to get us lost on the roads or get trucks in back roads and get stuck and have to get pulled out, and because the road network doesn't seem to be mapped very well. But when I'm outside of West Virginia, it's more Google Maps or Waze, but probably Google Maps most of the time just because of their traffic conditions to try to route around. But that's it for me. 73 everyone, back to net.
Yeah, very good, Brian. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking in. And that'll do it for me today. This is N2BH. Wishing everybody a safe and happy weekend, and we'll turn it over to Jeff and Vicki.
Well, thanks, Bill. Great first hour. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeff. I'm located in Omaha, Nebraska. It's starting out at 68 degrees this morning. We're heading for 91 today. The question of the day in review is, which map app do you use? Google, Waze, MapQuest, etc. Any of the above. Let's go for another round of check-ins. We have Rex that chimed in via the text line. We'll add to that. Come with your call signs twice and slowly, please.
CJM W2 CJM Mobile. Bravo 5 India Tango Tango WB5 ITT.
Good 9 BBM. November 9 Bravo Bravo Motel. Nathan, Chicago.
KP0TV. Kilowatt Tango Out. Sierra Delta Charlie.
November 2, Uniform Oscar Golf. November 2, Uniform Oscar Golf.
Kilo 5, Romeo, Lima, Romeo.
K5R8RWF. Please check me in and out. That's in the morning, John.
Good morning, everyone.
Bravo, Sierra. Okay, let's go with Bravo, Sierra. I keyed with somebody there, my mistake there. With the last two stations we had trouble with. The last station, 2BS, I keyed with you by mistake. You can give us your call sign real quick. Delta 2, 82, Bravo, Sierra. We got you in there, Steve. And there was another one, I think, looks like Vicki got it squared away. Okay, let's start from the bottom of this list. W5RFY, KD2BS, N8RWF, K5RLR, N2UOG, KGOCV, N9BBM, WB5ITT, W2CJM. Charles, you're mobile, and you're going to be up first. And at the top of the list was KJ4LXJ. Let's go to the mobile stations. Charles in Selden, New York. Good morning, Charles. W2CJM. Again, the question,
Which map app do you use? Google, Waze, MapQuest, one of the above?
Morning, everybody on the group. Special shout out to my buddy Chris WB, IT55. We use Maps, Google Maps.
All right, Charles, motor safely out there. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's go to Rex in Crystal River, Florida. KJ4 LXJ. Good morning, Rex.
Nice.
Not sure if that was Rex, but we'll try Rex one more time. Rex, KJ4 LXJ. You still with us, Rex?
Map. Been a few problems.
All right, Rex, you're kind of in and out of there. If that was you, you have a great morning. We got you down for Google, I think we heard, Maps. Let's go to Chris in Beaumont, Texas, WB5ITT. Chris, over to you.
Good Friday morning, sir, to you and everybody out there on the Morning Brew. Well, I used to use Waze, but after they bought Google Maps, I just decided to start using them. Waze was on my phone actually chewed up a lot of battery, where for some reason Google Maps doesn't. So, of course, used to use the old fold-out jobs back in the 70s, and oh God, what was the name of that book that they sold? That I can't remember, the big orange book with sectionals in it. And of course, I've also used aircraft sectional maps, but that's a different story. Hope everybody has a good Friday, and we'll see you all in the second cup. WB5ITT. Mike, welcome to Seattle, Charlie 055.
All right, Chris, have yourself a great morning. Yeah, I think they call that the Rand McNally Atlas, if that's what you're thinking of. Yep, that's all we used, the big old book. Let's go to Nate in Chicago, Illinois, N9BBM. Good morning.
Side, CQ.
Good morning, Jeff and whole Brew crew. It's Friday. One more day. I'll be done with this 12-day stretch. Here in Chicago, well, Apple. I'll go with Apple Maps. That's the one I use. Hope everyone has a great weekend. 73 at 9 BBM.
Apple, it is, Nate. Have yourself a great morning. Dave in Cold Spring, Minnesota. KGOCB. Good morning, Dave.
Jeff, it's KG0 TV. I don't know. But yeah, Google Maps, that's pretty much what I stick to. Back to net.
Yeah, Dave, sorry about that. I always get the O, and I even got the 0 in my call. I always get those goofed up on the log. Sorry about that. Have yourself a great morning. Let's go to Sal in Spring Hill, Florida. N2UOG.
Good morning to Jeff, Vicky, and everybody else in the Brew crew this morning. 73 degrees in here in spring, but it's going to go up. I kind of use all three. I have a GPS built into my dash, but I also have Google Maps and Waze on my phone just in case for a backup. So that's that. Everybody have a good day, and thanks for doing what you do. This is N2UOG. Back to net control.
Sal, have yourself a great morning, sir. Always good to hear you. Let's go to Randall in Spring, Texas, K5RLR.
Well, good morning, Jeff, Vicky, Brother Scott out there, and everybody else on the crew. K5RLR. Well, I guess I would have to say Google Maps. Why not? I think that's what Amazon Flex uses. As a matter of fact, I'm out delivering Amazon packages right now. So, with that being said, I'm at a customer's house, 73s to all, and hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Thanks for running the net, Jeff. We do appreciate it. K5RLR, back to you, sir.
Well, Randall, don't work too hard, but get that customer taken care of. Have a great morning. Let's go to Bill in Trenton, Michigan, N8RWF. Good morning, Bill.
Very good morning to you, Jeff and Vicky and everyone on the Morning Brew on this beautiful Friday morning. Yeah, I have Android Auto, which has Google Maps in it and works beautifully. I really enjoy using that, so it's served me well so far. Great to hear you this morning, Jeff, and thanks for the call. This is N8RWF. I'll be clear and listening.
Bill, good hearing you as always this morning. We'll talk to you on Monday's net as well. Let's go to Steve in Westbury, New York, KD2BS. Steve, over to you.
Jeff, on the second cup, I guess. I have them all, but I normally use Google Maps, CarPlay. Both my cars have built-in GPS, but it's really good. I've got little ways and a lot of ways. It gives me real time. But back to you.
All right, Steve, have yourself a great morning. You were a little bit scratchy there, but we did hear Google. Have a great weekend. Rodney in Splendora, Texas, W5RFY.
Well, good morning, everyone. Yeah, we're going to be a Google fan there. We've tried some of the others and have not met with much success. So we were also using the Big Randy back in the few 80s and 90s. Loved getting those every Christmas time. Brand new Atlas for the next year. W5RFY.
All right, Rodney, have yourself a great day. Jeff in Perrysburg, Ohio, KG8QP.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everybody on the net. I'm going to say Waze primarily. If I think I'm going to go in a spot where I don't have good cell phone, I use the car GPS in the system, but primarily Waze. With that, everybody have a great weekend. KG8QP, back to net.
All right, Jeff. Thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. Doug in Homosassa, Florida, WA8CLG. Good morning, Doug.
And as far as maps are concerned, at home I use my tablet and Google Maps. In the car I have an old Garmin, which is sort of a, it does come on, rarely ever gets used. I'm one of these people that before I leave the house I pretty much know where I'm going. So if somebody says come on over, address, I look it up before I leave the house. So with that, everybody have a good weekend. WA8CLG. Back to you, Jeff.
Oh, thank you, Doug. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in. The weekend is here. We made it, and have a good one. I want to say hello and a shout out to Brian and Debbie via the Listen Live link. You might have heard me mention them a couple times. They're listening again this morning. They said they used to use Waze, but using Google Maps now, it seems just better, easier interface and graphics is what Brian texted me this morning. Brian, Debbie, have a great weekend. Let's go to Adam in Downers Grove, Illinois, W9AFK. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning. I had some issues this morning with one of the local nods, couldn't log in, but actually I found the direct nod on EchoLink. Definitely use both Google and Waze. Waze seems to alert you on traffic accidents and police, and Google Maps just seems to, again, the graphics are much better on Google Maps. Back to you, Nat.
All right, Adam. Thanks for checking in this morning. That's the end of this list. By the way, the text line is 716-317-9050. Again, that's 716-317-9050. Just simply put your call sign in on your phone. Vicki will get that and put you in the appropriate place right in the log there, and you can skip the pileup. We're ready for another round of check-ins. Please come twice and slowly.
W5VEO, Whiskey 5, Victor, Echo Oscar, Mobile.
Kilo Jupiter 4, Zulu, Foxtrot Michael. Kilo Jupiter 4, Zulu, Foxtrot Michael.
Sierra America
4, November Hotel Victor,
Ontario.
4,
Sierra America
NHC.
2, America Whiskey, Ontario.
W2KJV, W2KJV.
Tango Charlie Sierra Mobile, flying TCS Mobile, in and out please today. Thank you, over.
Kilo 6 Lima, November India, K6 LNI. Okay, always like to put a couple seconds in there so I don't key on somebody. From the bottom of the list up, K6LNI. We had a station 4G1NYS. Is that correct? 4G1NYS?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, and that's how Vicki had it. I don't know why I was questioning it. She has great ears. We'll get to you here soon, Stephen. VE3 TCS, W2KJV, K4 NHV, SA2 AWO, KY4NB, KJ4 ZFM. Robert, you're mobile. You're going to be one of the first ones. Hang tight. KK7 ZS. And at the top of the list, oh, no, we have two more. Yeah, W5VEO, Doug, you're mobile. You're going to be up first. And at the top of the list was W9AFK.
If I'm just traveling from point A to point B, I use Waze. If I want to look something up as far as my destination or maybe looking for a restaurant, I do Google there. So I use those two. Good morning to all, and have a great day there. W5EO Mobile, back to net.
Wait for my station ID there. Doug, have yourself a great day and a great weekend. Let's go to our other mobile station, Robert in Deltona, Florida, KJ4 ZFM. Robert, the mic is yours.
Wow, thank you very much, dear sir. And I'm hoping everyone is having a blessed day there. It's beautiful outside. don't know what the temp's going to be in Deltona today, but pretty sure it's going to be hot. I would say that I do use Google Maps. I thank you very much for letting me in, and I hope everyone has a blessed day. KJ4ZFM.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Google. Just about 8 miles from me, Robert, 7 miles just over the river in Iowa in Council Bluffs, is the largest, I looked it up while Bill was on this morning, the largest Google data center. Over 1,000 acres in Council Bluffs. They've invested over $7 billion in the Council Bluffs, Iowa data center. Not far from me, just over the river where my friend lives. Have a great morning. Let's go to Jason in Milwaukee, Oregon, KK7 ZSH. Good morning, Jason.
Jeff, and good morning to everybody on the brew. Thanks for doing the net. Jeff and Vicky, of course, thank you for logging. I pretty much exclusively use Google only because of convenience, really. That's what's on the phone. I've used Waze once or twice. It's just not as easy for me, and again, not just installed on my phone, so default to the Google Maps. Anyway, everyone have a great morning. 73 to all, KK7 ZSH.
Jason, have yourself a good morning. Thanks for checking in, sir. Let's see. Let's go to Scott in Memphis, Tennessee. KY4NB by the text line.
KY4NB, Melvin Barbecue Land. Well, thanks to Miss Vicky for logging there with her great ears, and thanks for doing the net this morning to the net control people. It's hot, it's humid, it's going to be that way till the fall, so that's the weather report for a few months. I will go with maps. It's whatever's on the iPhone. I think it just says maps, and that usually gets me where I'm going there. And everybody may remember the days you had to stop at the gas station and ask for directions or have a paper map. KY4NB, back to net.
Yeah, we got a warning this morning about hydration there, Scott. It said make sure you drink a lot of water between 11 o'clock today and November 1st. Have a great day. Let's go to, let's go to Matt. Is it Matt? In Sweden. SA2AWO. Oh, heading over to Sweden. Are you with us, Matt?
Yes, I am with you and the old crew. Yes, the name is Matt in the north part of Sweden, and I use Google. It's easy in Sweden. But anyway, I know every place here around me, but when you not know what you should do using Google Maps. Of course, yes, the temperature in Sweden is around 25 plus, and the clear blue sky, and in 2 weekend we get a lot hotter, around 29 to 30 plus in Sweden, north of Sweden, and the summer have arrived in the north part of Sweden. So very, very beautiful weather. And I have this is my second QSO with my mic from the Shark RF, using the mic from Shark RF. Back to the crew and 73 from the north part of Sweden.
All right, Matt. Oh, somebody's keying with me here. Okay, make sure I'm not keying with somebody. Matt, have a good one over there in Sweden. The Shark RF sounds great. Have a great day or evening over there. Let's go to Nick in Sebring, Florida. Nick, K4NHV. Good morning, Nick.
Well, good morning, Jeff, and everybody here on the net. Nick here in Sebring, Florida. Yeah, that Google data center was right down the street from me when I lived in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Anyway, yeah, and I am a Google guy. I use Google Maps. Everybody have a great day and a great weekend. K4NHV.
Yeah, I just drove by yesterday, Nick, heading over to the Bluffs yesterday to my friend Lee at Lee's house, and just rode on my sport bike right past it there. Yeah, they've got $7 billion in that place now, Nick. It's over 1,000 acres. That's something. Have a great morning, Nick. Let's go to Tony in Homosassa, Florida. W2KJ.
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Had to wait for the idea to go by. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Vicky. I heard my friend Doug in there, my neighbor. Homosassa, it's 85.3 degrees and 82% humidity. Jeff, I use Google Maps all the way. So everyone has a great day. Back to you, Jeff. W2KJV.
Maps for Google doesn't just know the terrain or the map. They also know the elevation. When I was with my drone, they know every elevation of every single hill. It's absolutely amazing. So I don't run into the hill with my drone. Have a great day, Tony. Let's go to Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. BE3TCS. Good morning, Tim. Tim, one more time. Are you still with us up there in Canada? DE3TCS. Well, we'll put Tim in as in and out this morning. He can always check in if he comes back. Let's go to Stephen. And we're heading over the big water, 4G1 NYS. Stephen, good morning.
Thank you very much and good evening. With the Philippines, 1 NYS, my name is Steven. Put down for the calculation and alternate code. Have a great evening from here. I'll send it back to school.
Well, you're kind of cutting out a little bit there, Stephen. We didn't get what service you used, map service. If you could just say that real quick, and we'll get it in there.
I use Waze. Put me...
All right, Stephen, we got it that time. Waze. Yeah, check your internet connection, maybe do a couple of reboots here and there. Well, you know the drill. Have a great day over there in the Philippines. Let's go to Lancelot in Hayward, California, heading over to the other coast. K6LNI. Good morning, Lancelot.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. I used to use the Thomas Guide. Not anymore, since technology has arrived. So you can put me down for Google. I use the Google Maps, and I save, and mostly while on the road I use a Garmin, and that stuff runs off the old 3G, I think, from the old Sprint network. Everyone have a good weekend. This here, K6LNI. I'll be good.
All right, Lancelot, have yourself a great day. Let's go to Roy in Livonia, Michigan, W8ROY.
Good morning, everyone. W8ROY mobiling
right, Roy. Apple Maps it is. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. KI5 PMI. What say you, Bill?
Good morning, Jeff. Everybody on the brew. I use Google Maps. I do always carry a updated or the latest edition of the Rand McNally Atlas, though, too, just in case. But I use Google Maps mainly. Rest of the day is I took the day off of work. Someone, meaning myself, has evidently lost the title to my vehicle, so I have to go get a lost title at the DMV. So my day is probably going to be filled with lots of fun. So hope everybody has a great day and coming into a great weekend. KI5 PMI. Back to net.
All right, Bill. Have a great day. I think a lot of us have had to go get a duplicate title at one point in our life because we lost it. Have a great morning, Bill. Let's go to Jim in Easton, Pennsylvania, KD3 ATQ.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. Google Maps, when I have service, and like Bill, I carry a Rand McNally as a backup when I get in those areas that don't have cell service. Lost. Back to net control, KD3 ATQ.
All right, Jim. Have yourself a great weekend, and thanks for checking in with us this morning. By the way, folks, the text line again is 716-317-9050. And just put in your call right on the phone, and Vicky will get you on the log. There will be a second cup coming up at the top of the hour, so stick around for that. Say hello to Dick and Vicky. If you don't have a question or anything, it doesn't matter. Just check in this morning with them and say good morning to them. That's coming up at the top of the hour. And don't forget the Youth Net tonight at 8 p.m. Bring your third-party children traffic and let them experience a little talking around the world on the ECR. That's coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. We have Flora that just chimed in by the text line. We're ready for another round of check-ins. Come twice and slowly, please.
W5 Kilo 4 Hotel Delta K4
Bravo Sierra.
November Whiskey 3 W60. Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta. Lima. Kilo 5 Alpha Lima. In and out.
2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Mobile in and out.
4 Delta Victor Tango. Kilo Romeo 4 Delta Victor Tango. Mobile in and out. 02 Whiskey Golf Charles. Kilo Bravo 2 Whiskey Golf Charles. Mobile.
November 1 Whiskey Echo Bravo. November 1 Whiskey Echo Bravo.
Okay, looks like I've got the reflector. We'll go from the bottom of the list up. We have a couple here to clear up, but not a big deal. N1WEB, KB2WGC, Kevin, you're mobile. You're going to be one of the first. Hang tight. KR4DBT, Sebastian, you were in and out this morning. Have a great day. KE2BBO, Richard, you were in and out as well. Have yourself a great weekend. KC2JPQ, K5AL, Rocky, you were in and out this morning. Have yourself a great weekend. N4OSU, KC3FGD, NW3U, K4HD. We had a station out there, something like W9ABS. Something like that. W9ABS, if you could clarify that for Vicky.
Whiskey 5, Delta, Bravo, Sierra. Whiskey 5, Delta, Bravo, Sierra.
All right, looks like David, new to the system as well. Hang tight, and thanks for getting that squared away for us. KD3AJN, and at the top of the list was K5YNU. But let's go to the mobile station on this list, Kevin in Homosassa, Florida, KB2WCG. Kevin, the question of the day, and for everyone in review, is which map app do you use? Google, Waze, MapQuest, etc.
We use Google Maps, and I want to comment on something for you, Jeff. You were reading off the announcements. I thought I was hearing a commercial on the radio. You have that voice. Did you ever do voiceovers? Kilo Bravo 2 Whiskey Golf Charlie.
I have in the past, Kevin, not professionally, but there was a website, and I put it up there, and I got a couple of jobs out of it. Didn't pursue it, but I hear it all the time. I hear it at the gas station maybe twice, 2-3 times a month. People say, Jeff, are you in radio? I'm like, oh, I should have been, because I hear that all the time. But here, there's not much money to be made being a DJ on the radio anymore anyway. They're being phased out, as I know a couple of DJs here in Omaha on the radio, and they say, yeah, you don't want to get into it. Have a great morning. Let's go to Florin, K5YNU in Conroe, Texas. Good morning, Florin.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everyone on the Morning Brew crew. Put me down for Google Maps. And happy Friday, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. K5YNU back to net control.
Florin, have yourself a great weekend, sir. Good hearing you, as always. We're going to take it to Beaver, Pennsylvania, and to Anna, KD3AJN. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Vicki and Jeff and the crew in there this morning. No, I do not use maps. Everybody have a safe weekend and enjoy. KD3AJN.
All right, Anna, have yourself a great weekend. Thanks for checking in with us this morning. Let's go to, it looks like a news station, W5DBS. David in Houston, Texas. David, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. That it's a new call sign, that came active about 2 days ago. I've been calling in on a semi-regular basis. We use Waze. As a matter of fact, we just completed a 2,400-mile trip through the South in the car, and we got to laughing about what life would have been like had we had to use the old paper maps like we did when we were kids. I love the net in the mornings, guys. I look forward to it. Back to you. This is W5DBS.
I think we were better map readers in the past, David, you know, and now we just count on the technology. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Kevin in Canyon Country, California, heading over to the other coast, K4HD. Kevin, push the fun button.
All right, fun button activated. Good morning, Jeff, and everyone on the Brew Crew. Let's see, for the question, majority of the time it is Waze. I do have a couple of All Trails and Gala GPS use off-road. But majority of the time it's Waze, and we're heading off to the beach out there in Ventura, escape the heat. Today, catch some surf. About to have a great weekend, 73 all the way around. Kilo 4, Humpty Dumpty, back to net control.
All right, Kevin. And I forgot to say your lucky number 100th check-in today. You get the $1 million prize. Let's go to David in Garner, North Carolina, NW3U. Good morning, David.
NW3U here. I use Google Maps. Got a Google phone, so use Google Maps. I'm going to use Google Maps, go down and visit my friend down in Goldsboro, take him out to breakfast this morning. It's been a while, so we're going to go grab some pancakes this morning. Everybody have a nice weekend, and we'll hope to catch you down the log, as they say. 73's NW3U.
Breakfast sounds good. Well, hand me a plate, David, and get the Eggs Benedict ready and move the heck over, as I'm going to join you. Have a great weekend. Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, KC3FGD. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and everyone on the brew. I use a variety of maps, but the most common one I use is Google. As far as the rest of the day, heading up to our wonderful wood shop here shortly, and then spend some time in the gardens. Just finished harvesting my 600 plus bulbs of garlic yesterday. I got to pick those up. Everyone have a wonderful day. Back to net control.
All right, Ray, we were juggling questions this morning, and mine this morning, we went with this one here, but I was thinking, do you garden? Do you currently garden? Maybe we'll have that next time. Let's have a great day and enjoy the garden and the food and its bounty. Let's go to Jerry in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, N4 OSU. Jerry, over to you.
Morning, one and all. This is Jerry, N4 OSU. We use the Garmin setup on our GPS. Have a fine day. Stay out of trouble. This is N4 OSU, not for Ohio State University, Hahn, Wisconsin. We're out.
All right, Jerry. Thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you next time. Frank in Lancaster, New York, by the text line KC2JBQ.
Good morning, Jeff, and everybody on the brew. I use Google Maps. It links up to my car, the car system anyhow, and it works good. So the weekend's here, and all I can say is everybody have a great weekend and do something fun. I'll send it back to the net, KC2JPQ.
All right, Frank, have yourself a great weekend. Let's go to Webb in Collierville, Tennessee, N1 WEB.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Vicki. You can put me down for Google. I usually use Google, but I've been known to use other things as well. Have a great weekend, everybody. N1 WEB.
Webb, thanks for checking in this morning. We appreciate it. Let's go to Chuck via the text line in Lancaster, New York, W2EM. Chuck, are you still with us this morning? W2EM. Well, we'll put Chuck in as in and out this morning. Chuck, if you come back to us, just check in again. Let's go to Marson in Sterling Heights, Michigan, N8MJN. Good morning, Marson.
Hey, good morning, Jeff, Vicki, and everybody on the Brew Crew. Happy Friday. We made it. As far as maps, personally, I prefer to use paper, but, technology's convenient. So, Google Maps it is, Android Auto. Plus, you get live traffic updates, so if there is a big jam, you can route around it if you're running GPS. So I think that's convenient, and I like it. With that, I'll say 73. Everybody have a great weekend. Party hardy. 10-8 MGN, back to net.
All right. Well, you party hardy too, Marcin. I always try to avoid parties, but I always end up in one in the weekend. I don't know if that's good or bad. Have a great weekend, Marcin. Let's go to possibly a new station, NHGHY, Thomas in Perrysburg, Ohio. Did we get that right? NHGHY. Good morning, Thomas. We'll try one more time. N8GHY. Well, we'll put Thomas in and out. Thomas, if you're still out there, just checking again. Let's go to Carlos, our flyboy in Hollywood, Florida, N1CBM. Good morning, Maverick.
Good morning, Goose, Vicky, and everybody else here. We made it to the Friday. Don't stop populating that, logbook for your parties, Jeff. Keep doing it. I'm gonna put one on the table that has not been mentioned yet. TomTom. That's the one that comes with my truck. And even though I use the Google Maps more in my phone, let's see if I can just throw that one up there. So Vicky puts it there on the on the log. TomTom, for me it is. Everyone have the greatest weekend in your lives. And 1CBM, back to you, Jeff.
Carlos, TomTom was my first adventure in navigations too. I have a couple of them laying around here somewhere. Couldn't tell you where, with now using the phone and Google. But, that was kind of before Google even had it. That was a long time ago. I remember picking up those TomToms at Best Buy. Have a great day. Let's go to one of our network facilitators, Dan in Milan, Michigan, W2PUT. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Jeff, and all the Morning Brew crew out there. I use Google Maps very frequently. Extremely handy. And honestly, I use it more for than just for mapping too. You want to find out what time a place is open. Sometimes it's easier to just pull up the map and click on the restaurant, find out what their hours are, or whatever shop you want to go to. So it's got other practical uses as well. Although I do keep a regular my old school Garmin GPS in the vehicle because in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, there's plenty of places where cellular and maps like that, live online maps, not so much. So it's still useful to keep the old school navigation around. Back to you, W2PUT.
That is correct. And yeah, I know, Dan, that you can download, with Google Maps, the phone will ask you, do you just want to download this whole map into your phone? It's going to be like 5 gigs, but, so if you go out of cell area or online or whatever you want to call it while you're moving there, it still works. Have a great day. Let's go to Brian in Warren, Michigan, KF8CWF. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Brew Crew. I also have TomTom in my vehicle, my new vehicle that is, and other than that, when I'm looking things up, I use the phone and it's Google Maps. Back to net control, KF8CWF.
All right, Brian, thanks for checking in. There will be a second cup in 10 minutes here at the top of the hour, so hang out, everybody. Let's go to Dan in Humble, Texas, KI5PVV. Dan, going once, going twice, KI5PVV, are you still with us this morning? We'll put Dan in and out. Have a great day, Dan. One of our network facilitators up next, Al in Britain, Michigan, K8BAC. Good morning, Al.
Hey, morning, Jeff, Vicky, everybody in the Brew Crew. I'm a big fan of Google Maps. And you, knowing well as I do as musicians, in the past, we've gotten some pretty sketchy directions, and Google Maps is a godsend. Everybody have a great day. Back to you, KBAC.
Al, that is an excellent point, I tell you. And it takes you around all these back roads, makes you go in a circle 3 times, and then gets you to your destination eventually. You're right. Have a great day, Al. And happy music. And let's go to Mike in DeBerry, Florida, K2CMT. Good morning, Mike.
Jeff and Vicky. And for Vicky's answer, just for your column, I was to keep it simple as Google Maps. But ever since I got married, Jeff, I've got a little helper in the car. And I can't go anywhere if she don't just make sure I go in the right direction. Everyone have a great day.
You brought back some memories there, Mike. I'm still looking at Mom with the Rand McNally in her lap and Dad driving the old 69 Impala wagon. And we were going to California on vacation, and, you know, Mom's navigating and reading the map, and, you know, yeah, you brought back some memories. We're ready for another round of check-ins. We've got time. Come with your calls. A lot of connections right now. 450 on the total and 29 IRLP. We got 450, so about 480 connections right now. So we know you're out there. Come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Yankee, Quebec.
Mike Alpha, KA1 DMA, in and out.
Delta Whiskey 3 Hotel Foxtrot, Delta Whiskey 3 Hotel Foxtrot, checking it out, 73, good morning.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, trip.
Kilo November 4, Two-Tone Blue, KN4, TTB, in and out this morning.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Delta Romeo, Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Delta Romeo, in and out.
Okay, looks like I've got the reflector there. We'll go from the bottom of the list up. So we'll take care of the IOs right now. KE8 SDR, Chad in Chesterfield, Michigan. Chad, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great weekend. Steve, another IO this morning in Largo, Florida. KN4 TTB. Steve, thanks for checking in. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. And we also had Dave in Grand Isle, Vermont. KA1 DMA. Dave, you were an IO as well. Have a great weekend. Moving up the list, KB8 PLV, W4AJK, DW3HHF, and at the top of the list, we've got KC1SYQ, David in Essex Junction, Vermont. David, the microphone is yours. The question of the day in review is, which map app do you use? Google, Waze, MapQuest, etc.
In the car, it's whatever's in there. It's a Sync something, some sort of Ford derivative. But that's how I see things. Everyone have a great day. KC1 SYQ, back to net.
All right, David, have a great weekend. But real quick, you got covered up at the very beginning there. Which service do you use real quick?
I use Apple Maps, the Apple Maps. KC1 SYQ, out.
Heading over to the Philippines. DW3 HHF, heading some thousands of miles away. Good afternoon or evening, Joseph. Over to you.
Hello, Jeff. Good morning. Good morning, all station. This is DW3HHF, Joseph from Philippines. And for the questions is, I use Google and Waze for the direction. 7-3 stall. Morning brew. 7-3. Happy weekend.
Joseph, have yourself a wonderful weekend over there in the Philippines. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Skip in Plantation, Florida. W4AJK.
Really happy weekend. I use Waze. I can't imagine not using that. However, in anticipation of the GPS system ever going down, I have kind of resorted back to getting my map skills back with traditional printed maps. So I've kind of invested in making sure I got all my grid squares planned out in my area and where I would travel. So that's it. W4AJK, back to net.
All right, Skip. Have yourself a great weekend, sir. Chris in Novi, Michigan, KB8PLV. Good morning, Chris.
Hope everyone's having a good Friday morning. Put me down for Google Maps. I used to only use it when going out of town for longer trips, but now I use it even for short rides because it tells me where the congestion is, traffic buildup and construction, and it helps me get to my destination a lot quicker. Everyone have a great weekend. KC8PL, back to net.
All right, Chris. Thanks for checking in. You were a little bit scratchy there, but we got it all. This 2-minute warning, this is going to be nothing but IOs. If you've waited this long to get on the list and get yourself on number 1005 of the Morning Brew for the history books here, please come with your call sign twice and slowly. This will just be all IOs.
W2 Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike. Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike. Good morning, Jeff. November 5, go 3 Whiskey. November 5, go Whiskey in and out. Good morning.
November 5, Charlie Lima Echo.
Kilo India
Whiskey
5, Charlie Lima.
Alpha India Zulu. WB4AIZ, Chuck, Echo Link, in Florida.
Charlie 8, Lima, Golf Juliet. Kilo Charlie 8, Lima, Golf Juliet. Good morning. Fans are up. everybody hear me? Kilo Delta 8, November Echo Oscar. Is Kilo Delta 8, November Echo Oscar, 88 NEO. The bands are up. Am I making anybody's repeaters?
Okay, looks like I've got the reflector. We're going to go with this and wrap up the net and send it over to Dick and Vicky for the second cup. We just had from the bottom of the list up, real quick, KD8NEO, Daryl. WB4AIZ, Chuck. KC8LGJ, Steve. N5CLE, Dale. N5GGW, Gregory. KO4FBM, Jose. And W2EM, Chuck. You are all IOs. Thanks for wrapping up the net. Up next is the second cup with Dick and Vicky. Dick will put about 20 seconds of delay in there, quiet, so stations can connect and disconnect. Everyone have a great weekend. This is KE0GKF on behalf of Bill, Vicky, Dick, and everyone else in the Zoom room this morning and the morning crew. Everybody have a great weekend. 7-3.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Dick WB2JPQ along with Vicky KE8BKY. We'll be bringing you the second cup here this morning on this Friday morning, July 11th. That's a little more kickback. We have a little bit more time to talk. We have no quota to meet like we do on the morning brew. So let's take some mobile check-ins. Vicky's on the log here. She'll be up in just a few minutes. Split the net. So do we have any mobile check-ins that would like to get into the second cup? We don't usually have a topic as of late. We like to hear what's on your mind and let you ask a question for a change. So we've been doing that for the last couple of months, and it seems to be working out. Let people speak their mind. So mobiles. Any mobiles out there this morning like to get into the second cup? Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike. I'll be in and out. I'm almost at work. 73. Friend Jose from St. Cloud. You have a good day, my friend. KO4FBM. Keep the economy going. Anybody anywhere like to get in here the second cup and have a good time with us for the next hour? Call signs twice. Kilo India 5 Charlie Yankee Lima.
Whiskey Bravo 4 Alpha India Zulu. WB4AIZ, Chuck, Echo Link in Florida.
November 8th, Lake Juliet, November. MJN,
Sure it's going on, but I'll join.
Kilo Echo 8, November Victor, KE8 WNB, Brad in Ferndale, Michigan.
W8 PP8, Southfield, Michigan. Vladimir.
Alpha monitoring.
Well, that's a good start. There was an alpha monitoring. This is the middle of a net, sir. Be glad to get you in here. We got W8 PBA, Venamore, Southfield, Michigan. We got Rex from Crystal River. We got Brian from North Carolina. Oh, sheet's filling up here. Ricky's typing away. And we got Vincent from Fort Lauderdale, all via the text line. Jerry from Fort Lauderdale, N4OSU was in and out. Good morning to you, Jerry. We got Brad from Ferndale, Michigan, KE8WNV. Sterling Heights, Larson just checked in. I think he was in the Zoom room. Maybe he left. I guess he left. And we got Chuck from... Gotta scroll over to get Chuck. Well, that's all right, Chuck. Your screen's acting up here. KI5CYL. Jose was in and out. So let's start with Winston. Looks like... No, let's start with you, Winston. Jose was in and out here this morning. You're mobile as well. KI5CYL. Looks like you're new to the system from Lubbock, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, yes, it is new. This is the first time I've checked in from Lubbock, Texas. Name is Winston. How are you?
Good morning, Winston. What's on your mind this morning? This is just a kickback little night after the morning brew. A little bit more relaxed. And have anything on your mind this morning?
I just arrived at work and ate a little breakfast and going to work. It's a little partly cloudy here today. Probably a lot of rain this weekend.
This is the morning for nodes keying up. Wow. Well, thank you, Winston. Thanks for being here this morning. And we're here every Friday for the second cup. Maybe that's your drive time, or maybe you have tried to get in. Maybe you've been in the... No, you have not been on the system before, so you have not been on the morning brew either. So you're new to the system. 7-3. Let's go to Chuck. WB4AIZ. What's going on in your world this morning, Chuck?
Greetings from WB4IZ. Greetings from sunny, muggy Florida on Echo Link. First time on the second cup. And the brew crew, the brew crew. Yeah, that's right, it did. That's last. And, in fact, last night was the first night I checked into the Oakhill for OAK, and I'm actually link only here in assisted living in Kansas City, Florida, and I'm having a ball with Echolink. So, just wanted to say hello, and anyways, everyone have a good one, WB4IZ.
Chuck, we show you coming in through, just like you said, N50AK hub in Austin, Texas. The RF conference server is ECR 9050 for Echolink, ECR 9050. Thanks for being here. Marson, you got disappeared in the Zoom room before I could say good morning to you. At least I think it was you. N8MJN, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dick, and Vicky, everybody on the second cup. Yeah, no, I couldn't have been in the Zoom room. I'm in the mobile. Actually just pulled back into the driveway after dropping off my daughter at preschool. But with what's on my mind, I gotta get new tires put on my truck. Learned that the load rating on the tires I put on the truck 2 years ago didn't hold up very long. when towing a camper, so got to get that load rating up to match with the weight I'm pulling. That was an interesting learning curve. And then hopefully I get to mess with the node some more today. Just keep fighting with files not saving, settings changing on their own, and every time I reboot the node, something's wrong. So got to keep playing with that and trying to get that to stabilize. Other than that, I'll wish everybody a great weekend, and thank you for checking me in. 73s and 8MGN back to net.
Sounds like you got your work cut out for you. Jerry, N4OSU was in and out this morning. Morning to you again, Jerry. Let's go on down to Crystal River, Florida. KJ4, no, I'm sorry, let's go to Vattimore. W8BPA, Southfield, Michigan. Good morning. I don't think you've been in the system before, but I don't think we've talked. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody else on the net. This is Vladimir. My name is Vlad. VLAD, Victor Lima Alpha Delta. Located in Southfield, Michigan. Well, if the question is still pending, I use only Google Maps. Only. And good morning to everybody once again. This is W8BPA.
Well, that was the morning brew question. We don't have a question here in the second cup. We like to have people speak their mind and ask us a question, or like Marston was telling about his tires and so forth. Just rather than a question, ask us a question here in the second cup. That seems to be working out pretty good. So, and yeah, I was the only one. I use OnStar. My car GM has OnStar in it, and I do use Google as well, but you know, it's just, it's right there. I don't need to do anything with my phone. So, I guess, I don't know. I guess that I was the only one with OnStar. I was kind of surprised this morning. Let's go to Rex in Crystal River. KJ4LXJ. Good morning. Good morning to you in the second cup. It's a steamy 81 degrees here in Crystal River, Florida already, and we're supposed to be up into the 90s. Been trying to find a repeater for my cousin and her husband that live up in Piney Flats, Tennessee. They're just outside of Johnson City. They've been using Echolink, but they really would like to find a repeater they could hit and get the East Coast Reflector that way. They're not, they don't feel like they're really talking on a radio when they're using their phone. You guys have a wonderful day. This is KJ4LXJ. Back to the net. I think you said something to me before about that. I believe it was you, and unfortunately we don't have anything up in that area, but with you mentioning it this morning, you never know. You know, I say this all the time. There are so many repeaters out there that just sit all day long and never turn a wheel. Go to some of these repeater owners and say, hey, would you like to connect up to the East Coast Reflector? Let us know. We'll help get it interfaced, get it all star node on it. But it's up to you guys in the field to go to these repeaters that are so quiet and basically dormant and see if they want a little bit of activity. Unfortunately, you're going to get that Harry and Bill go to work in the morning and talk for 10 minutes, and the same two people come home at night and talk for 10 minutes, and that's all they want to do, and they want to listen to a quiet repeater all day. So I never could quite figure that one out, but you'll probably get that story as you approach people. But that's how the system was built, sending emails, talking to people, and here we are today at, I don't know, we had 450-some connections here, so I guess we're doing something right. Good morning to Brian. Lumber Bridge, North Carolina. That's a new one on me, KQ4IIX. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. no work this morning, so I was able to, normally I can't check into the Morning Brew or the Second Cup or anything, but today I've been able to hit both. And son's taking half the day off, so I'm just kind of lounging around, waiting for him to get home, and then we're going to go off to Raleigh sometime this afternoon. So hopefully be a nice relaxing day, a little road trip, and hoping for, good things out there. But that's all I got here. 73 and back to net.
Right. As somebody said earlier on the brew, it's weekend, do something fun. I was sitting here thinking, what could I do this weekend that's a little different and have fun? So summer's short in Western New York. We're already into the middle of July already, and pretty soon our county fair will be here at the end of August, and when that happens, summer's over. So we have to make the best of it. Next up is Vincent in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, KR4EMM. Good morning to you, Vincent. And with the KR4, I don't think you've been licensed too long. I know we've talked before, but what's on your mind this morning? This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Good morning, Dick, Vicky. Good morning again, I should say. Dick, Vicky, and good morning, everybody on the Second Cup. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I've had my license, technician's license, for about a month. I'm all over the place, trying to study for my general license. Having a real difficult time connecting on UHF, VHF. If it wasn't for the East Coast Reflector and my local repeater, W4MOT, which I thank both of you guys, I don't think I'd be able to get anybody. I've tried the club repeaters. I just joined the club. Haven't really met with them yet. I did the recent annual, I guess, where everybody goes to the park, and I forget the name of it. I'm sorry, it eludes me at the moment. But just to meet people, and the repeaters, I get crickets. I call CQ on every repeater. I'm getting crickets, and the only one I get a response is the East Coast. So I thank you for that, and I thank you guys for the text line that avoids the pileups. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Alright, thank you, Vincent. This is Vicky, K8VKY in the Second Cup. That's the end of that list. So taking more check-ins twice and slowly, please.
Charlie 2, Bravo, Tango, November. Kilo, Charlie 2, Bravo, Tango, November. Wind Gap, Pennsylvania Mobile. Name's K4KU. Kilo 4, Kilo Uniform. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Kilo J5, JOM, Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Oscar Mike, Bob in North Texas, in and out.
Alright, so hold it up there. KJ5, JOM, in and out, KI4, FMA, N4, RHE, K4KU. And mobile at the top of this list is KC2BTN. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, everyone, and good morning, net operator. I didn't catch the call. I just turned the radio on. I did initially intend to be in and out, but just dropping my son off at our store to work for the day. And funny, the store is on one side of a mountain ridge, and my home is on the other, and it's beautiful. It's lovely on one side, and looks like rain on the other side. Just wishing the home went well, and thought I'd just jump in there. And I'll go for one to go back, and then I gotta run.
Thanks for stopping by, Chris. This is Vicky, K8VKY, and next up, Jason, K4KU.
Hey, good morning, Vicky and everybody on the second cup. I didn't make the morning brew this morning because I had an early AM meeting with my European colleagues, but hope everyone has a great weekend. And I'm glad to be done with the week. It was a long week. So I'm looking forward to some downtime this weekend. Have a great day, Vicky. This is K4KU.
Thank you, Jason. And next up, Roger, N4RET.
KEVKY. Good morning, clever cousin Vicky. Thanks for serving a second cup, November 4, Rumi Teleco. On my mind, how many different colors are utilized during the morning brew? Do they always identify the same meaning? And do the colors have the same meaning in the TechNet? Thanks for your reply. November 4, Roger M. Enthusiast. Return to net.
I want to say there's roughly 8. We've got mobile text in and out when somebody's done, and if there's a duplicate, and then of course birthdays. They're the same if I had time to finish what I was doing. If not, they're just, they're in queue. Thank you, Roger. Next up, KI4FMA, Jason.
Good morning to the Brew Crew, Arvell, the second cup. Sorry. I've been listening to the Brew Crew trying to get into a repeater here in Huntsville, Alabama, and eventually had to turn that link on my phone. But that's about all I got. I'm sitting here trying to get to work. We've had an accident up here, so I've been sitting still for about an hour, I guess. Anyway, back to you. Hope everyone has a good day. KI4FMA.
Thank you, Jason. And that's the end of that list. This is Vicky, K8VKY, and the second cup. Taking more check-ins twice and slowly, please. All right, we'll hold up right there for a second. Whoever that was, I learned it was an 8. You're just way too far to even try. Maybe try in a few minutes, please. Still taking check-ins twice as well.
This is CCS. You will offer 6 hotels every year.
Up on my zero.
Papa Mike Kilo, that's all we got. Can you give me your full call sign again, please?
Roger, it's Kilo Echo 8, Papa Mike Kilo. Kilo Echo 8, Papa Mike Kilo. Name is Chuck. I'm in Allen Park, Michigan, and you can check me in and out. KE8PMK.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Charlie Sierra, VE3, TCS, Tim in Windsor, Ontario.
Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Victor Juliet. Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Victor Juliet. Bill in Sudbury.
Alright, we got VE3 WVJ Bill, VE3 TCS Tim, KE8 DMK Chuck in and out, and KO6 HTS Rod. Rod, you're up first. What's on your mind?
Alright, happy weekend. Checking in and enjoying this next thing.
Thanks for stopping by next. Tim, VE3 TCS.
Good morning, Vicky and everybody on frequency. Just working in the shack, building a shelf, installing monitors, my personal computer. I'm merging that into the whole setup. Been kind of busy for a few days. And I wanted to give a little shout out to PMK Chuck. Take care. We'll talk to you later. And thanks, Vicky. It must be a lot of work for you. You're good at it. Thank you very much. VE3 TCS, back to net.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Next up and last on this list, Bill, VE3 WVJ.
Making it in. Yeah, I was having trouble there with my hotspot, but this is Victor Echo 3 with Victor Juliet. Thanks for taking the check-in. I finally made it. And, yeah, I hope everyone's doing good this morning. Seems like it's going to be not bad of a day out here in Sudbury. Not going to be too bad. It looks like it's going to be sunny, and I hope it's not too hot, but I hope it's not rainy or cold either, so that's a good thing, right? Anyway, thank you for taking the check-in, and once again, thank you to everyone that joined us here on the net this morning.
So as long as the weather's perfect. Next up, actually that was the end of that list. This is Vicky, K8, VKY, taking more check-ins. Twice, and slowly please.
Ski 4 Alpha Juliet Kilo, W4 AJK, Skip in Plantation, Florida, in and out.
Mike, W2 EM, in and out. Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Juliet Echo. Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Juliet Echo.
KF8 DJQ, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Juliet, Quebec.
Alright, hold up there. We've got KF8 DJQ, K9 TJS in and out, KE8 UJE, W2 EM in and out, and W4 AJK. Oh, he's also in and out. So first up, KE8 UJE, Paul. side. Stop the key ups, please. Thank you, Paul. And next is KF8, DJQ.
Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, everybody. Not much going on here this morning. Just wondering if you got my email on those pretzels. KF8 DJQ, clear.
Yep, I did get them. Sorry, I forgot to respond, but yeah, appreciate it. Still have a funny name. This is Vicky, K8VKY in the second cup, taking more check-ins twice as well.
KF0 MHN, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Mike Hotel November. Whiskey 2, Echo Mike, W2EM, in and out. Good morning.
KF8, EID, KF8, EID, in and out.
K2 TJW, Kilo 2, Tango, Julia Whiskey, in and out.
KD6LIL, KD6LIL, Jim in Oroville. Good morning. In and out.
Morning to Jim. We got all these in and outs. You guys could stick around and stick with us here. Kind of sounds like things are pretty slow here this morning. KD6LIL, Jim, if you reconsider coming back, we can take you. Got Ron and Hornell, K2TJW, in and out. Washington, Michigan, KF8EID. Chuck was in and out too. Chuck, I'll get you to come in and say good morning maybe. So let's go to Bill. KF0MHN. Good morning to you, Bill. The only guy that wanted to stick around here this morning, but maybe I can get a couple of these other fellas to talk here. What's going on? What's on your mind this morning, Chuck?
Hi, good morning, Dick and Vicki and the rest of the crew. Just a lot of things going on here today. I got to get on a Florida net in a little while, talk to my friends from my club down there. I got to weed the garden because I got weeds popping up in my front garden. And then I got to mow the lawn. And then maybe move my trailer around a little bit and get ready for from a week from now, we're having our Alexander Ham Fest. And I got to get stuff ready for that because we stay overnight there. We camp out right out there. Yeah, what else? Just a lot of odds and ends here. Besides that, not much going on. But beautiful day here. I hope it doesn't get too hot because I'm going to be outside a lot. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Dick. You guys have a great one. Yeah, this morning I walked out of the room for 2 seconds. I come back in and he was hanging up on me, and I missed my call, so I was bad. Anyway, 73s everyone, W2EM.
Does happen, Chuck. I guess I left Bill hanging here. Bill, did I do you this live? Vicky and I switched back and forth, and we were talking in the Zoom room. KF0 MHN. Bill, did I give you a chance this morning? I don't think I did. Good morning again.
This is the first time checking in, and you said everything about me, but then you called on Chuck. So anyways, I hope you're doing well, Dick, and I hope everybody out on the crew is doing well as well. Not too much going on today. Of course, in about 15 minutes, I'm going to head out and go play some pickleball. Then I got to cut the grass today, which takes a couple hours, and get that done. Then I got to put a bathroom ceiling fan in because the old one, after 28 years, finally went. So it'll be kind of a busy day, but always nice to keep busy as well. So everybody in the crew, have a great day. This is KF0MHN, and I'll be listening.
You don't need to do it all today, Bill. You gotta save something for tomorrow. That sounds like a big day. My lawn's getting burned up, parts of it. I'm not even gonna mow for a while. Let's take some new stations. Check-ins are kind of slow here this morning, Friday morning. Summertime things always slow down. But let's see what we can do here. Anybody anywhere for the second cup? This is Dick, WB2JPQ along with Vicky, K8BKY. Call signs twice, please.
AC2NJV, Kilo Charlie 2, November, Juliet Victor.
Kilo 7, November Yankee Charlie. Kilo 7, November Yankee Charlie, Doug Mobile.
KD2 VNU. WTPUC, Whiskey 2 Papa Uniform Tango.
Well, good morning to Dan, W2PUT in Milan. Of course, I'm not sure that you're in Milan. Maybe you are. Good morning to Derby Dan. Morning, Doug. Fairview, Oregon. Good morning, early morning, KK7NYC in your mobile. I'll get to you in just a second after I acknowledge Wayne, KC2NJV. Good morning, Doug. It's early out there in the West Coast, and you're already mobile, KK7NYC. What's on your mind this morning, Doug?
Actually on my way to coffee this morning with the guys, and we get together every morning about 7 o'clock or so. Every morning except Sunday. That's kind of a routine, I guess. It's going to be 88 degrees today. That's going to be the cool day for the weekend. It's going to get up to, I think, about 94 on Sunday. But it's a nice, like I said, nice blue sky day, and good morning to everybody. KK7NYC.
Coffee with the guys it is, Doug. We were just saying the other day, I used to do that a couple of times a week in the morning before the morning brew, but the morning brew kind of 4 years ago, kind of put a damper on that. No more going out with the boys. We have coffee in the Zoom room with everybody, so there you go. You have a good day. Morning, Dan. WKD2VNU.
Good morning, Dick. Nothing really drastic on mine. I just read that the Ham Shack hotline is no longer going to be, so I guess people are going to move over to one of the other ones, and just been busy doing things for the family there in the summer. A lot of busy running around. KD2VNU, return it back to the net.
Yep, that's a good point. August 28th, I think it was, Ham Shack hotline is shutting down, so you guys that are on the Ham Shack hotline, you're going to have to move over to one of the other. Hams over IP is the only other one that we have connected here. You'll have to move over there if you want to get on ECR. Good morning, Dan. I see you're coming in on that one, but I thought you were up north today. Maybe not. W2PUT. Good morning.
Good morning, Dick, and everybody else on the second cup here. Yeah, no, we're still south. We will be heading back early Tuesday morning. That's kind of what we're working on here, trying to juggle accomplishing actual work things, but being distracted by other things. You know, getting stuff lined up to go up north because it's going to be a little longer trip, and we're taking the motor home because we have a camping trip mixed in while we're up there. But Yeah, the thing that's been kind of on my mind this morning, I was thinking, and you all might say, that boy ain't right in the head, but for the question for the morning brew, I was thinking it would be funny if the brew before the 4th of July, the question was, how many fingers do you have? And the same question for the first morning brew after the 4th of July. Back to you. W2PT.
Yeah, hopefully it'd be the same number, Dan, but you never know. I know Jeff, he was showing up. He's gone now. He was showing up on the 4th, and he had a Band-Aid on his finger, so something happened. Can be very dangerous. Let's take some more stations. More stations here for the second cup. Come in and talk about what's on your mind. Talk about anything you want here this morning. Got 15, 18 minutes left. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, along with Vicky, KAPKY. Call signs twice, please.
Kilo 4, Whiskey Delta Foxtrot.
Well, they come slow, but as long as they're coming, we'll stay here. Dennis, good morning. Collegeville, South Carolina. That's a new one on me. Good morning to you. KF4WDF. What's on your mind this morning, Dennis? This is Dick, WB2JPQ. My guess is you got a dead battery. You send about 10 packets and drop out, another 10 you drop out. So you got something going on there. If you're on an HT, I would suggest change the battery. Other than that, you got a terrible poor internet. I'm just looking here to see if you're reconnecting, but it doesn't look like that. So let me leave you in queue here, and I'll come back to you. We'll see if we got anybody else here this morning. If not, I'll come back to you one way or the other, Dennis. If it's a battery, you can change it. Who else do we have this morning like to get in and say something to us on the second cup? Call signs twice, please.
Whiskey Alpha 3 Tango Tango, WA3TT.
WA3TT, Mike. Coming in on Echo Link. Good morning to you, WA3TT. What's on your mind this morning, Mike?
Thanks, Dick. I was thinking what you were thinking, too. Not much left of the summer, so I'm going to try to enjoy it. Boy, in the Northeast here, winter comes quick and summer is short. I don't know if anybody's going to Sussex, the Sussex Amfest in Jersey this weekend. Supposed to be the biggest in the Northeast. This could be my first time, so looking forward to that. That's about it for the weekend. WA3TT, back to net control.
Oh, I can't say summer's over, but summer goes fast, Mike, and you well know. You get in the middle of July, like I said, before you know it, it's the end of August, and we have a county fair up here, a large county fair, and when that happens, summer's over. I can remember as a kid, I hated to say, I couldn't wait for the fair, but I didn't want what came after. It was back to school in a week or so. But we got a lot of time left. Let me see what's going on here with Dennis. Dennis, K4WDF, are you back with us by any chance?
Chuck, you came up W2EM, and Vicky thought she heard your voice, Chuck, or did you want to get back in this morning?
Yeah, yes, Dick. I forgot to tell you, last night we were at the board meeting at the clubhouse, and it was brought up about Ham Shack Hotline. Well, anyway, Steve, AG2AA, is he's got a server going. He's almost got it built, and he's going to run, voice over internet out of his server there. So, guys in our area here, if you want to hop in there, that will be available in the near future. Just thought you'd want to know.
Nice monitor if you really want to monitor, the system or something, tie up a radio. But other than that, I very much didn't use it. I used to use it to talk to one of our facilitators, Kevin V3BZ, before we could call or text. I think Kevin had a restriction. He couldn't call the States or something, or he was charged for it, something like that. I don't remember. A couple of years back, we used to use it. Kevin used to wake me up in the morning or scare me with it from Portland or vice versa. Anyway, who else do we have? Like to get in here and say good morning on the second cup. Call signs twice. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Ski Bravo 5 India Tango Tango, WB5ITT.
BYU. KA8BYU.
Alright, we got KA8BYU and WB5ITT. This is Vicky, K8BKY in the second cup. Chris, you're up first. What's on your mind?
Oh, not much, Vicky. Just TGIF. Got a ham fest in Texas City tomorrow. Kind of going through stuff to see what I'm going to be taking. And other than that, that's about it. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. WB5ITT.
Thanks, Chris. And yes, definitely glad it's Friday. Hopefully tomorrow is Saturday. KA8BYU, Roy, you're up next. KA8BYU.
My radio decided to go berserk here and switch frequencies on me. I had to get it back where it belonged. It went on to the Weather Channel for some strange reason. Not doing anything except taking care of the kids. I just got the bird new food and water and cleaned the cage and got the 2 cats all set up. So I guess I'm ahead of the game for the day. Hopefully we'll see everybody on the Usenet tonight. Back to you.
I think you're a mouse away from Tom and Jerry. This is Vicky, K8VKY. Taking more check-ins for the second club.
KC1 UGK, KC1 UGK.
Kilo Bravo 2 Whiskey Golf Charles. Kilo Bravo 2 Whiskey Golf Charles mobile.
KD2 IWN mobile.
Okay, we got KD2 IWN, KB2 WGC, and KC1 UGK. And just on a side note, I either need a bigger squirt bottle or a free cat sign. Ed, you're up first, KC1 UGK. KG1 UGK. Alright, how about KB2 WGC, Kevin?
Good morning, Vicky, into the second cup. This first time I'm getting in on the second cup there, and it's a pleasure to finally hear you, Vicky. Just got done mowing the lawn, just cooling off, and jump in the pool, and got other things to do this afternoon. But it's 85 degrees here in Homosassa, and I wish everybody a wonderful and safe weekend. KB2WGC.
Alright, thanks for stopping by, Kevin. Next up, Tim, KD2 IWN.
In the brew crew, I didn't hear, was there a specific question or is it just a what's on your mind day?
Just what's on your mind.
Not that the questions are hard, but yep, just had the day off today and now getting a few things accomplished and hope to enjoy the weather at some point. But things to do today. And tomorrow we have our town-wide garage sale that I just saw signs for, so I know what I'll be doing tomorrow afternoon. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you next week. 73, this is KD2 IWN.
Thank you, Tim. This is Vicky, KAVKY. We got a few more minutes left, taking more check-ins for the second cup.
W4YEE, W4YEE.
Kilo Mike 4 Tango Charlie, KM4TC.
Alright, we got Terry, KM4TC, and Bud, WAYEE. Terry, you're first.
Good morning. I've been sitting listening, and I thought I'd go ahead and get in. I don't have a clue how this hotspot sounds because I'm at work. I just listen to it most of the time. But glad I made it in. Anyway, I'm glad it's Friday, and I'm just going to try to get through the day here. It's going to be a cloudy day here in central North Carolina. Anyway, we'll turn it back over. KM4TC, 73, everybody. Good morning.
Thank you, Terry. You can tell you're digital, but you sound good. Next up, Bud, W4YEE.
Good morning to everyone on the second cup. Just thought I'd jump in here. We're putting up a Antron A99 antenna today, so we can do a little bit of HF work. And it looks like we're supposed to have some severe thunderstorms up here. I'm located in Hartford, Wisconsin. I moved from Florida, so the FCC hasn't changed my location yet, but hopefully it'll happen soon. Have yourself a great day. Good talking to you, Vicky. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you later. W4YEE clear.
Thank you, bud. You have a good weekend also. Last call for check-ins on the second cup. Twice and slowly, please.
KQ4, UZG, KQ4, UZG, in and out.
Okay, we got KQ4, UZG10, in and out, and that's it for the second cup today. We'll be back next week. This is Vicky, K8VKY with 6WB2JPQ, returning the reflector back to normal use.
Tom, NB2A, are you listening, Tom? NB2A?
listening to is connected to the East Coast Reflector. Please join us on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern for Amateur Radio Newsline.
This is KF0 MHN listening.
Hey, Dan, are you around? Double get to PUT from double get beat to JPQ.
WG7B, Arizona. Zulu Oscar Echo.